But if the Dogs turn out not to be a great team in the next couple of years, Sydney will always be a good team, you know, with their youth system, with the coach, with the culture of the Bloods. That's an attractive proposition for any player. Sydney need a ruck. They've always needed a ruck. They've got Brody Grundy, but he's old, and look, he's not looking like to be the most amazing player, so why not get a young ruck in Tim English? Offer the Dogs a load, get him in, makes sense. Tim English would be more likely to get success at Sydney than the Dogs. I'm not so sure about that. Look, to be honest, you could go with any young ruck here. I've just chosen Tim English because he's a great ruck and it is an ideal trade, but is it likely to happen? Probably not. For the Dogs, I've gone with Jeremy McGovern. The Dogs have always needed, for the longest of time, defensive stocks. Honestly, since I've been watching the AFL, the Dogs have always struggled in their defense. Their key defenders just are either out injured or not good enough. Jeremy McGovern or Tom Barrass. You know what? Choose one of them. I haven't put Barrass in this list. Barrass is another shout for Sydney as well. Look, now that McCartan's retired, Tom Barrass to Sydney would actually make sense. So for Sydney, let's put Tom Barrass there, maybe instead of Tim English. But anyway, for the Dogs, McGovern, look, he's still a good player. He's still got years left in the tank. We've seen how good he is. You know, he's one of the best defenders in the last 10 years. And just because West Coast are shit, he might want a new challenge. He might want to get out of Perth, go to the Victoria, and then enjoy life and play for the Dogs, who might be a good team. Once again, I don't know about the Dogs. They're going to be good, going to be bad, but West Coast definitely won't be good for the next 3-4 years. And the Dogs will definitely be better. So I think it's a good proposition and it makes sense for both teams. The Eagles, just get rid of your older players, get some money for them, get some trades in, and they're both happy. Finally, for the West Coast Eagles, I have got 3 names here. Scott Pendlebury, still side bottom, and Shea Bolton. Now, you could look at this in the sense of, for experience to help nurture the young players, you could go with a side bottom or a Pendlebury. I just have this feeling that Collingwood players won't want to go to West Coast because of the rivalry. But in a rebuild, you always need those more experienced players to nurture the young talent. It can't just be every young player, you know, no one's over the age of 30, because then no one knows how to lead. No one knows how to lead the young players, and the young players are lost and their careers are in a detriment. In that respect, go for Pendles or side bottom. Shea Bolton, he is from Western Australia. Richmond look to be not the greatest club in the next 3-4 years, just won't be that good. Normal West Coast, but purely because the Western Australian links, you know, will he want to move back to WA? There's a chance. There's always a chance with interstate clubs, and I think that's a trade that any team wants. I mean, Shea Bolton is a young, talented X-factor, star in the forward line, star in the midfield. If he's just a bit more consistent, he could break into those Brownlow shouts. And any club wants him. Look, Fremantle could have him, but I think he suits West Coast a bit more. It hurts to say this from my standpoint because he is from my club, but look, if he wants to go, let him go. Richmond can get a lot of trade for him as well. And that is it. They are all the trades that I think your team would want. But let me know in the comments, like I said previously, let me know what your club's ideal trade is. If they had to be traded in 2024, for the future, for the now, whatever you want to choose, let me know in the comments. Follow the TikTok FTFooty, I post every day, so follow that. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you in another video.